Welcome back. You're watching Jeevan's News at 8. Qatar vowed to ride out the isolation imposed on it by fellow Arab states over its alleged support for terrorism and said it would not compromise its sovereignty over foreign policy to resolve the region's biggest diplomatic crisis in years. Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain and Egypt severed relations with the small Gulf Arab state on Monday, accusing it of supporting Islamist militants and their adversary Iran charges Qatar calls baseless. Several other countries later followed suit. Would-be mediators, including US President Donald Trump and Kuwait's ruling emir, have struggled to ease a crisis that Qataris say has led to a blockade of their nation. Foreign Minister Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani said Qatar had not yet been presented with a list of demands by countries that cut off diplomatic and transport ties, but insisted the matter be solved peacefully. Saudi Arabia's closure of Qatar's only land border sparked fears of major price hikes and food shortages for its population of 2.7 million people, with long queues forming as some supermarkets began running out of stock. With supply chains disrupted and anxiety mounting about deepening economic turbulence, banks and firms in Gulf Arab states were trying to keep business links to Qatar open and avoid a costly fire sale of assets. We are not worried about a food shortage. We are fine. We can live forever like this. We are well prepared, Sheikh Mohammed said. He said Iran was ready to help with security food supplies in the emirate, an investigation powerhouse and supplier of natural gas to world markets but tiny and reliant on imports. The request for political protection from two non-Arab countries and military protection from one of them could be a new tragic and comic chapter, UAE Minister of State for Foreign Affairs Anwar Gargash wrote on Twitter. News Desk, Jeevan. India raised the Balochistan issue at the United Nations Human Rights Council, saying Pakistan has systematically violated the human rights of its own citizens.
India said while advocating restraint to others, Pakistan has no hesitation in using air power against its own people. Pakistan has once again sought to mask its territorial ambitions and use terrorism as a state policy under the garb of concern for human rights, Chanda said. He said Pakistan also continues to provide sanctuary to UN-designated terrorists. India also raised the issue of Pakistan instigating violence in the Kashmir Valley. I would once again draw the attention to the fact that the present situation in the Indian state of Jammu and Kashmir was aggravated by sustained cross-border terrorism emanating from Pakistan, India said. At the 35th session of the Human Rights Council of the United Nations, India contended that the central problem in Jammu and Kashmir is cross-border terrorism, and Pakistan's use of terrorism is an instrument of state policy. Chanda emphasized that entire Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India, while Pakistan remains an illegal occupation of a part of India. Hence, the neutrality of the phrase Indian administered Jammu and Kashmir is artificial. News Desk, Jeevan.
China, a nation experiencing rocketing urban growth and an air pollution crisis, is set to get its first vertical forest. They could be the breath of fresh air that pollution-choked cities desperately need. The vertical forest is due to complete construction in 2018.
China is out to build a fleet of the most nature-incorporated architectural structures in the world. After a never-ending series of record-breaking glass bridges and even a glass bathroom, construction has begun on Asia's first vertical forest in Nanjing. The forest will be built with alternative levels of green tanks and balconies, in a similar style to Milan's famous vertical forest building, which will rise over 650 feet. The project is named Nanjing Green Towers, a fairly succinct and straightforward choice. 2 green towers will stand over the city, covered in over 1,100 trees and 2,500 cascading plants. A greenery which will cover a 6,000 square meter area is expected to absorb 25 tons of carbon dioxide each year while producing 130 pounds of oxygen per day. The taller of the 2 towers will have offices on the 8th through 35th floors. Elsewhere in the building, there will be a museum, a green architecture school, and a private rooftop club. The smaller tower will be a 247-room Hyatt hotel complete with rooftop swimming pool. A podium below will contain shops, a food market, restaurants, a conference hall, and event space. The vertical forest is due to complete construction in 2018. Given growing concerns over the air quality in China, Boyeri's creation serves a particularly practical purpose in Nanjing's densely populated Pukao district. The two greenery-laden towers absorb ambient carbon dioxide while simultaneously introducing oxygen into the surrounding air. Preliminary estimates suggest that the building will be able to absorb some 25 tons of carbon dioxide each year and generate 60 kilograms of oxygen per day. This is all thanks to the 1,100 trees and 2,500 hanging plants affixed to each tower's facade. The buildings, which will be the first of their kind in Asia, are mixed use in every sense. International Desk, Jeevan.
The additional Chief Metropolitan Magistrate Court Egmore on Thursday framed charges against AIDMK Deputy General Secretary TTV Dinakaran in a case which was registered in 2001 by the ED for violation of provisions of Foreign Exchange Regulation Act.
Along with his lawyers, Mr. Dinakaran appeared in person before the court. When Additional Chief Metropolitan Magistrate S. Malarmati read out the charges against him, Dinakaran denied all of them. He has been facing two cases filed by the ED in this court. The court had framed charges against him in the case relating to illegal transaction of 1 crore 4,93,313 dollars in foreign exchange without permission from the Reserve Bank of India and deposited in the current account of Dipper Investments Limited, a company incorporated in the British Virgin Islands, with Barclays Bank, Sutton, United Kingdom. The court is yet to frame charges in another case relating to illegal receipt of foreign exchange to the tune of 36,36,000 dollars and 1 lakh pounds and payment for the credit of a person residing outside India without the general or specific exemption of the RBI for starting a hotel in the UK and later for a wine factory. News Desk, Jeevan.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi meets Chinese President Xi Jinping at SCO Summit. The 17th SCO Summit holds special significance as India and Pakistan will be formally inducted as SCO members. V. Ramachandran, an aeronautical engineer, guides the new generation with the lessons of self-confidence. He, Lines District Chairman, has found innovative methods for personality training.
The basic vision of Ramachandran is that none is inferior to none and everyone has the caliber and potential to succeed in life. He reminds his students that failures are not the end and to practice a positive approach whenever they are put down. His innovative training to form an enthusiastic generation is after his life experiences in 15 years of service in the Qatar ministry.
യങ് ജനറേഷൻസ് എല്ലാം മദ്യത്തിനും മയക്കുമരുന്നിനും അടിമപ്പെട്ടു പോകുന്നുണ്ട്. അവർക്ക് നേർവഴിക്ക് നയിക്കാൻ തന്നെ ആരെയും കിട്ടുന്നില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാനിപ്പോൾ അതിനുവേണ്ടി എന്നാൽ സാധിക്കുന്ന വിധത്തിലുള്ള ഒരു എഫേർട്ടും എന്നാൽ സാധിക്കുന്ന വിധത്തിൽ ഒരു ശ്രമം അത്രമാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇതിപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ഈ ക്ലാസ്സുകളിലൂടെ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരാൾക്കെങ്കിലും ഏതെങ്കിലും വിധത്തിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും benefit കിട്ടുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അത് എനിക്ക് സംതൃപ്തനാണ്.
Ramachandran from Chandranagar, Palakkad is one of the founders of the Halia Group. He has organized many training programs for the Lions Club despite of his responsibilities as the district chairman. He also has received many honors. Ramachandran, who runs a construction company named Ara Builders, organizes his classes for free.
ഞാൻ ഇതുവരെയായിട്ടുള്ള ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ക്ലാസ്സുകൾ ഒരു സ്ഥലത്ത് ഞാൻ ഒരു പൈസ പോലും വാങ്ങിയിട്ടില്ല. എല്ലാവർക്കും സൗജന്യമായിട്ട് ഏകദേശം ക്ലാസ്സുകൾ എടുത്തു കൊടുക്കാനാണ് ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത്. ഏകദേശം 155 ക്ലാസ്സുകൾ ഞാൻ ഇപ്പോൾ കഴിഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്.
The highlight of his training is a presentation called Shaping Your Mind. Ramachandran firmly believes that his service to the society is his obligation. Jeevan News, Palakkad.
It's time for a short break. ICC Champions Trophy live. In Champions Trophy, New Zealand play Bangladesh in a do-or-die match.
Beautifully bowled. Stuck in a squeeze, and look at the carry to the keeper. That's the danger for Bangladesh. He pitched up and just leaving the left-hander.
Great seam position. He's down. He's fallen over. Trent Bolt.
Before winding up, the headlines once again. Fasal case, confession statement out. RSS behind murder. No involvement of Karais, says accused. Attack against CPM workers, result of Amit Shah's Kerala's visit. Attacks being carried out with plans, says Kodiyeri Balakrishnan. UK election, Theresa May's Conservative Party fails to win majority, says hung parliament. Vakam Purushothaman supports new liquor policy. Liquor ban is not practical. Response to Jeevan News. That's all for the news tonight. Thank you for watching and good night.